Hi Bold Bakers, this week we are making homemade vanilla paste. But before I get started, I just wanted to say a big thank you to Wayfair for sponsoring this video. Now, a lot of you know Wayfair from their amazing site where you can buy everything for your home. But did you know they actually have a Wayfair YouTube channel? They have this show called Iconic Objects. It does a deep dive into different type of products you might have around the home, like kitchen mixers, coffee machines, pink flamingos, all of this sort of stuff. I feel a little bit smarter after watching it, and it's just nice to know this info. Caroline Winkler, the host, is really funny and she's really engaging. The reason I'm telling you this is because I think you guys would really enjoy this show. It's informational, it's entertaining, and it's just fun to watch. And it's a great way while you're online to spend a few minutes watching something a little bit different. So go check out full episodes of Iconic Objects and also subscribe to the Wayfair YouTube channel to stay up to date on everything they have going on. You will not regret it. I've also included the link for their channel in my description box. So let's get stuck into the recipe, and the first thing we need are vanilla pods. These are lovely fresh ones that I buy online. They're really inexpensive. I can put the information up for you about where I got these. Please, whatever you use, buy good quality. So we need 10 pods. Here's what we're going to do. Get a sharp knife, a little paring knife, and to get the beans out, you just go from one end of the pod to the other. Then get your paring knife and take out those beans and then pop them into your small pot. Do the other side. Look at all those beautiful, probably hundreds of thousands of beans. Now you want to do that same process with the rest of your pods. Now we are not wasting anything, which is fantastic. So here's what we're going to do. Take a big chopping knife and just chop up those pods. Everything into the pot. So into our pot, we're going to add in some water, a little bit of regular sugar, granulated sugar, custard sugar, and then a little bit of corn syrup. Now the reason we add corn syrup in here is because you can hang on to this paste for a year, but you have to make sure it doesn't crystallize over that time, and corn syrup will stop it from crystallizing. Now, outside of the US, if you want to make your own corn syrup at home, if you can't buy it in the store, I have a lovely simple recipe. You can also use glucose syrup, and that will stop it crystallizing also. Okay, just a few ingredients. Head over here with me and we'll get it on the stovetop. So on a kind of medium-low heat, we're going to let this come to a simmer. Now the reason that we do this is because we want that liquid to infuse with all those lovely vanilla pods, because at this point, this is where a lot of the flavor is coming from. We want to give a little bit of time, let it kind of like marry together and let all those flavors come out. Once it starts to simmer, let it bubble away there for around 5 to 8 minutes or so. So this is smelling wonderful. Our time is up. I'm turning off the heat. Now I want you to follow me over to the countertop. So just so you know, let your mix cool down for around 10-15 minutes. So it's not hot, because right now we have to blend it. Use a strong blender here, something that has a really good engine, and you want to blend it up until it's really as smooth as can be. Okay, so here I have a jug with a fine sieve over it. Pass this through the sieve, and all this is going to do is we want to remove any lumps that there might be. Okay, get all that paste out of there. Then with a spatula, just pass it through a sieve. So let me show you what's left, the kind of dry mash of the vanilla pods. So we're going to discard that. We don't need that anymore. It has served its purpose. And there is your vanilla bean paste. Just so you know, this is a lot thinner and runnier than ones that you would buy at the store, but that's totally fine. Now what you want to do with this is put it in an airtight container, a jar, label it, and now you have vanilla bean paste whenever you want it. I'm going to show you 3 ways of how you can use this in simple recipes. So here I am at the stovetop, because I'm going to take my vanilla bean paste and show you how to make frozen custard, my absolute favorite dessert of all time. I have a heavy bottom saucepan here. On a medium-low heat, into the pot goes a little bit of milk, some lovely fatty heavy whipping cream. So I'm just going to leave this here for a few minutes and let it come to a simmer. While that's happening, here I have my egg yolks, and into this I'm going to add in some sugar. As you can see, this is a traditional custard base. We're going to churn this custard, and it's just really absolutely delicious and creamy. It reminds me so much of soft serve frozen custard. Into our egg yolks right now, I'm going to add in a little bit of salt. Now you might think that's a bit weird adding it into a custard, but it's not. It makes it super delicious. Just a nice big pinch there. And then of course, our homemade vanilla bean paste. Now don't be scabby with this. A nice big spoonful. Putting that in there, you'll get all the lovely vanilla beans and the look of vanilla in there without all of the work. Give that a whisk. So as you can see, our liquids have come to a simmer. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pour some of that lovely hot liquid, little bit, into our yolks. Straight away, give it a whisk. And what we're doing here now is tempering our egg yolks, making them the same temperature as that hot milk, slowly, as not to shock them and to curdle them. So a little bit at a time, go in again. When you're an expert baker like I am, you can just do this free pouring. It's not our first rodeo. We have tempered eggs many a time here on Bigger Bolder Baking. Then back into your pot. Now you just want to cook this custard gently until it thickens. Those egg yolks are cooked, and then we can take it off. So I make this custard a lot, and normally when I make it, I use a vanilla pot or even two, and then I scrape them and I do all the things. So using vanilla paste is much faster, it's more cost effective, and you still have loads of paste over at the end. So this is a win-win for this recipe. Okay, lovely. Do you guys see how thick this is getting? Smells so fragrant and amazing. It's nice and thick, it's steaming. I'm not gonna push my luck here, I'm gonna turn off that heat. And I'm going to bring this custard over to cool down. When your custard is cold, pass it through a sieve. Then pull out your ice cream machine. We are going to pour in our custard base, turn on the machine and just churn per the instructions of your machine. Usually it takes around 15 to 20 minutes. And now all we have to do is wait for lovely frozen custard. Whoa, beautiful. It's done when it resembles soft serve ice cream. Pile your lovely vanilla soft serve into a freezable container. Look how soft and billowy this is. This is one of the many reasons why it's my favorite dessert. Before you put on the lid, just smooth out that top. Now into the freezer for a minimum of 4 hours until we can scoop it. I like to scoop my custard when it's not too hard. Look at that beautiful creamy dessert and those beautiful specks of vanilla. It's creamy, it's rich, it's decadent, it's the ultimate treat. Another essential vanilla recipe of mine is my vanilla buttercream, one of my most popular on the website, so I'm going to show you how to make it. It's super easy. I have my stand mixer here and I have some softened butter. This has been sitting out at room temperature overnight, getting nice and soft, especially in this LA heat. Pop down that guy, crank it up and let it beat for just a minute or two, let it get nice and soft. One of my buttercream secrets is whip the butter really well first, then add in your sugar. Lots of bakers don't do that. This is how you get lovely, airy, light buttercream. So our butter has gotten nice and pale. Here I have a big old bowl of sifted powdered sugar. And what you do now is slowly, one by one, add in spoonful by spoonful. It's going to take a few minutes, but what makes this really the best ever buttercream is the fact that you took time to slowly incorporate that sugar. Don't weigh down your butter too much, let all that air get in there, and it will make it like a lovely vanilla cloud. So now, once my sugar has all gone in there, I'm going to add in my vanilla bean paste. If you like a little bit more, a little bit less, I'm gonna let you be the judge of that. I love to be able to see those lovely vanilla beans all the way throughout. Vanilla bean paste gives you a really kind of complex flavor. The fact that the pods are in there and everything, it's just like that extra oomph, like a next layer of vanilla that you don't get from just, simmering or adding in the vanilla beans. I'm going to add a splash of milk in here just to thin out the buttercream. Then what I like to do is crank up that speed, let it whip for a few minutes, incorporate a lot of air and let it get really lovely and light. And there you have it. Look at that. Just a few minutes, homemade vanilla bean buttercream frosting. Look at that, as light as air, absolutely delicious. You can use your buttercream frosting to decorate straight away. The buttercream is light and fluffy and the flavor is fragrant and sweet. And you have these beautiful flecks of vanilla all the way throughout. We love pancakes and waffles in my house, so another great way to use vanilla is vanilla compound butter. It is so delicious and it could not be simpler. Here I have some room temperature butter. It's nice and soft. Into this, I'm going to add in some honey for sweetness. And of course, my homemade vanilla paste. Add as much or as little as you like. If your butter is lovely and soft, just use a hand whisk and whisk all of these ingredients together. Might need a little bit of elbow grease. Just keep on going until there's no lumps. What I love to do with my compound butter to get a lot of mileage out of it is that I wrap it in cling wrap, then I put it in the fridge. Once it's set solid, I slice it, I put it in a bag in the freezer, and then I can just take slices of butter whenever I need them. Your vanilla butter is ready to use straight away. And just like I said, there's always an occasion for waffles in my house. Putting this butter on waffles and pancakes just takes your breakfast game to the next level. I want to say a big thank you to Wayfair for sponsoring this video of my homemade vanilla paste. Stick around and go check out iconic objects over on the Wayfair YouTube channel. You will not be disappointed. I'll see you back here again next week.